With the new X series of scratch-offs from the New York Lottery, you can multiply your winnings up to 100 times. The X series from the New York Lottery. It's a better way to multiply. You must be 18 years or older to purchase. Please play responsibly. On this week's episode, the offensive linemen join us, Jon Feliciano and Daryl Williams. We start off with a rapid-fire slew of questions to get to know the offensive line. Jon and Daryl share their favorite parts about the offseason. They also share why they were surprised to know that they both ended up back in Buffalo. And they dish a little bit on Josh Allen and why he's so much of a goofball. All that and more on this week's episode. It all starts right now. Welcome into this week's episode of Bill's Pod Squad presented by the New York Lottery. I'm your host, Maddy Glab, and today I'm joined by a couple of guys who are Josh Allen's bodyguards, better known as offensive linemen Jon Feliciano and Daryl Williams. Woo, woo, woo. Got to give you guys a little intro there. We are so pumped to have you on. And thank you so much for just taking time out of your day and your off season to come hang for a little bit and let Bill's Mafia know why you guys are part of such an awesome group in the offensive line. We're going to check in, see what you're up to. But first, wanted to get started off with some rapid fire questions to get to know your offensive line as a whole just a little bit better. So, who is the most athletic?
Dion.
Yeah. Jon, would you agree with that?
Hello, Jon.
I would like to say myself, but I guess Dion.
That's hilarious.
Daryl, is Jon pretty athletic?
Yeah,
I'm sneaky athletic.
I mean, you played basketball, right?
Yeah, of course.
Daryl, did you play basketball too?
I played basketball and I'm not athletic at all. Not anymore.
Okay, what about the least athletic? Who's the least athletic out of the offensive line?
Bates.
Yeah, let's go with Bates.
Bates.
Is there anything that he does during practices or just being around him that you can tell, like, yeah, this dude is not the most coordinated or not the most athletic? And what is
just
it?
Everything, just him walking around. He has a tight back.
Yeah, he does. He's in the training room every day for his tight back. He does.
He got a tight back. That's what.
Oh my gosh. All right. Who messes around the most? Or is it multiple people?
Let's see. Mitch.
Mitch?
Yeah, Mitch, man, he's a clown.
Yeah,
he don't know when to
shut
stop.
up.
He don't know when to stop.
Yeah.
I don't know if I buy that.
Mitch is always messing around, man. Don't let his. He tries to hide it, but he's very.
He tries to hide it. I feel like
don't let him fool you.
I feel like he's like the dad of the group. Like he's bringing everybody along. He's the that's
what he's trying to play, but that's what he's showing you guys. But when it's just us, we got to calm him down.
Okay, that is very interesting, and you guys are also laughing. So I feel like you could also be totally lying, but I'm gonna take your word for it.
We're laughing because we're letting the cat out the bag. We're diming out Mitch right now. That's probably not a good thing.
Mitch, you got a target on your back now. Better watch out. These guys just let everybody know your truth. Okay. Most tattoos. Could it be someone on the Zoom right now?
Yeah. Guilty. That's me.
How many do you have?
This guy is crazy.
I don't know. Just my limbs.
How many have you gotten this year? Maybe that's a better question.
Oh, yeah. 3 times since I've been back in Florida.
Wait, 3 times since the end of the season you've gotten tatted?
Mm-hmm.
Jon, we got to see them. Where they at?
If they're not. I just got tatted last week, so it's like peeling right now. It's not pretty.
Oh.
It's on my thigh though.
What is it? What's a tattoo of? Uh-oh.
Eyes out. Okay. Explain all this to us.
Yeah, it's
I see like a gorilla and a face. Tattoo. It's a what?
It's like a little trippy tattoo. It was inspired by the new Kid Cudi album, so I got my face on my knee. I don't know if you can see it right there.
Oh my gosh.
That's actually fine. I like it. I like it.
Thanks, fam.
Wait, you say the new Kid Cudi album. Was it inspired by the album art? Because that looks like the album art from the album.
Yeah. I just switched Kid Cudi's face with mine.
So it's your face. You didn't get Daryl's face on your knee?
Fam wouldn't want that.
I got no comment. No comment.
That is incredible. That looks like your entire leg almost is.
Yeah, it's pretty. It gets up there.
All right, most painful part of your body that you've gotten tattooed.
My knee.
Your knee.
Yeah, it was not fun.
What about them ribs, John?
Yeah, that wasn't fun either. That's why I only got one side done. I'm probably not gonna get the other.
Ow. I have one on my foot, and that was a little bit painful.
That doesn't sound fun either.
Yeah, the side of my foot. I actually got it done after I ran a half marathon. So I run this half marathon, 13.1 miles. I'm like, I'm getting a tattoo. So I walk off the finish line, go straight to the tattoo shop with like my stupid medal on that says I finished the race. And I sit down in the tattoo
And you got
chair,
a tattoo on your foot?
And I got one on my foot.
That poor tattoo artist.
Yes, my foot was shaking so much. And the tattoo artist was like, who is this girl who just walked in here like to tell me to draw something up in 5 minutes to get a tattoo on her foot? And then it wouldn't stop shaking. And he was like, you better stop shaking your foot or this tattoo is going to look like crap. Like, I don't want my name or like my art on your foot to look like a piece of crap. So you better stop shaking your foot. I was like a freshman in college, like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. But
respect.
That's my fun tattoo story. Daryl, do you have any?
No, ma'am.
John hasn't convinced you yet?
I might get one to John.
You got one on your back. What are you talking about? Take your shirt off. Show us.
Y'all don't want to be blessed like that. I'm not even going to do that. It's a little too much.
We're not going to do like an offensive line bot edition here.
We'll do it. We can do it. Come on.
It's too much.
Flex for the cam.
I'll do it just to see fam do it.
Okay, moving on, because I've got a couple more. Best cook.
Me.
Do you argue that, Daryl? Or are you agreeing?
I've never tried this cooking, so I cannot argue or
hopefully there's no more COVID restrictions.
Yeah.
And then I can bless y'all.
What you cooking?
What you want? I make some rice and beans, some fried chicken. Hey, I'll take care of you. Some pork chops. What do you want? I can put some.
What's a good Puerto Rican dish?
That's what I'm saying. Some rice and beans, some chicken. I got you.
Nah, it's something else, fam.
Come on, fam. Straight from the island. You're gonna be like, oh, am I in Puerto Rico?
Bro, nah, you don't know how to cook, dog.
Bro, I swear. Ask Ike.
What's a different Puerto Rican dish?
Ask Ike.
Tell me a different Puerto Rican dish.
Huh?
What's a different Puerto Rican dish?
What do you want? Some ropa vieja?
Nah, there's something else.
You want some empanadas?
Yeah.
I can make you some empanadas.
For real?
What do you want inside it? You want beef or chicken?
Chicken, dog.
Hey, I got you. Some spicy chicken, I got you. Ask Ike.
Bro.
Ike has some of my rice and beans. He'll vouch.
Hey, bro, don't be lying to me, dog.
Hey,
He'll send him to you from Florida.
No. He gotta get it hot and fresh from right.
Shoot, I might have to fly out to Florida seeing John's nice house.
I mean, you got it.
I mean, John looks like he has an oasis behind him.
John, can we see your backyard, bro?
Hey, man, chill, man. Shout out.
Please bless us, bro.
With some MTV cribs. You got a fan in the corner. You've got like a nice cabana.
It gets hot in here. You know what I'm saying?
Who's got the coolest car out of the offensive linemen?
Not me. Ty had that.
Ty had that on lock.
Yeah, he did.
I might have to say
D-Doc's new truck.
Yeah, Dion, but I mean Cody's new truck too. Oh, well, his truck ain't new, but I think they got the same type of truck.
Let's go last year. Ty won.
Yeah, Ty for sure.
Final answer.
100%.
What he had the Lambo SUV.
That green one. Yeah, it was mean.
That was really
dope.
nice.
Tycoon.
Who is the dad of the group? I thought this would be Mitch Morse.
Oh man, no,
Like
definitely not Mitch.
Callie. Ike Butker.
Yeah.
Papa Ike.
Okay. And last but not least, who snacks the most during meetings?
Everyone.
Everybody. Straight up.
That was a stupid question then.
Straight up. Everybody.
Who snacks on the most interesting stuff? Or do you guys all share?
Well, Mitch snacks on like freaking birdseed. So it's like,
yeah,
Mitch snacks on the most interesting stuff.
He's the healthiest out of the group.
Yeah, Mitch isn't snacking on anything not healthy. It's always healthy.
Is he trying to lead by example there, or
no, not Mitch. Mitch is never trying to lead by example. No, never that.
You guys are blessed with the ability to eat, and you can eat whatever you want.
That's what I'm saying. Tell that to Mitch.
I love it. I love it. All right. You guys are in complete off-season mode based off your Zoom interviews when you both re-signed with the Buffalo Bills. We have Jon, who's drinking a Corona during the Zoom interview with local media. And we've got Daryl, who's just chilling in his bed. I mean...
Fam, sorry to break you up. Amber showed me that. Fam, that was amazing. I loved it. Great job, fam. That was dope. That was dope as hell.
Man, you know, I'm just out here chilling. Sun shining
with the shades on.
Yeah, it's not sunny today, so I didn't have to wear them. You know what I'm saying?
Is it weird to go from a season where you guys, I mean, you play deep into the playoffs, but from a life where every second of the day is probably planned to now when you're in the off season, especially the beginning of the off season when you truly let your body rest? Is that like a crazy difference to go from go to like, all right, I can chill and I don't have to do anything today if I don't want to?
Yeah, I mean, for myself, I would say it was weird, like going back out into society. Like I would just go home and go to work every day. So to actually like go to a grocery store or a Target or something, it was weird.
Daryl, what about you? Are you happy to be in off-season mode right now and resting your body after you played a long season for this team?
Yeah, I'm very happy, but it's not life-changing. I love it. I come home, I'm done with a workout, and I just go lay in my bed, and it's the best feeling in the world with no stress on my mind.
So that's where you do all your business from? Zoom?
Yeah, that's where I do my work.
Video games, any work?
That's where I do my work. I tell my wife I'm going to work, and I go straight to bed.
So share where you guys are and where you're training right now and, what you've been up to. Jon, you can go first because we see
I'm in South Florida.
Woo!
That little shed right there. I got a little workout spot. That's where I do my workout. And then
oh my gosh.
And then I just hang out with my daughter and kids. It's a good time.
Wow, you've got this set up. So for people who are just listening to this podcast, Jon just showed off his backyard that has like an epic pool and an area to work out, a nice yard. It just looks like an oasis.
Stop it. Don't build it up.
Thank you for blessing us, Jon. Thank you so much.
Daryl, where are you and what have you been up to this off season?
I'm in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, let's walk outside and see your land. See how many acres you got? What you sitting on?
I'm good, fam. I'm good. I'm chilling, man. I've been chilling, just working out and, being a husband, being a father. That's it. Enjoying my life.
Yeah. I mean, you guys get to actually be fathers in the off season. You get to enter normalcy. I mean, I know we're still not really living in normal life, but what are some of the things that you like to do in the off season? What are some of your hobbies? I'm sure you're able to do some of this throughout the season to relax, but what are some things you look forward to doing right now that you're in the off season?
I mean, just playing video games. Been bowling a couple times. Used to be a big bowler, but now with COVID, is that was a little challenging. And then hang out with my daughter, man. It's just, and my son. It's my hobby. Is what I do.
Amazing. How old is your daughter and your son?
My daughter is 3, and my son turns 1 in May.
Oh my gosh.
Hey.
That's awesome. So is your daughter old enough to kind of know that like you're a football player and kind of start to understand your job, or is it hard?
Yeah, she's getting there.
Dad's going to work. He's playing football.
Yeah. This year she was the first year she kind of got it, and she was like, "Oh, Daddy's gonna go to work, and then I'll see you on TV." I was like, "Yeah." So she's starting to get it.
That's awesome. And I know you're a big video gamer. I know you've been on Twitch. I don't have Twitch, so this is why I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, because I don't. But what video games do you play, and where can people find you?
Yeah, so I'm not really streaming right now just because I got some construction going on in my garage. Shut up, fam. So I mean, I'm right now just playing some Smite. Really, I'm just taking some time and just hanging with my family mostly.
And Daryl, what do you look forward to doing in the off season? What are some of your hobbies that, you adopt here in the off season when you have the free time during the day?
To be honest, I really don't be doing nothing. Like,
don't you bake?
Excuse you? No, sir. I don't do a lot. I'm waiting for it to get hot enough so I can swim, but that's about it. I don't do nothing. Just hang out with the fam and just chill. Like, I'm chill in off season. I don't be doing nothing.
Don't you garden?
Nah, bro. Just nah.
I totally get that though. I think not some people, but I think some fans just don't understand, like in the off season, some players live like completely different lives and jump into a bunch of stuff, but there's a good amount of players who also just like to kick back and relax and chill and let your body heal and be lazy. And that's completely okay to do, because you guys work so hard for 6 months out of the season. So I wish I could be doing that right now, but I didn't play in 16 games. So yeah. How much communication do you guys have with each other throughout the off season? Do you have like a group text that's, going off here and there, or is it more sporadically throughout the off season?
I think just sporadically. I message fam here and there just to mess with him, let me know he's still alive.
Yeah. We got that group text, but I mean, ever since the season, we're just chilling. So we'll probably ramp back up here in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. It seems like, just talking to you two, I mean, I don't think an outsider would think that you guys have only played together for 1 season, let alone Jon wasn't even there for the beginning of the season because you were injured. So how did this bond between you two form, so quickly, especially during a season and an off season last year that you couldn't even be around? Daryl, you were a new player and you're like, okay, here I am on the Buffalo Bills, but I can't really do anything until training camp starts in person, at least with the players. So how are you guys able to form that bond with each other?
What was the first game? What was the first game we played together? I can't even remember. But after that first game,
was after the Chargers game.
So what was after that game? I can't remember. CTE. Yeah, whatever. I mean, whatever that first game is, I knew Jon was my guy. I was like, yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, and then I feel like we clicked since then.
After the Chargers game was the 49ers game, week 13.
Yeah, that was my first
Yeah.
No, I think
you almost got hurt that game too.
Boy, did I? You saw my life. I think we're just both, Maddy, to answer your question, I think we're just both very similar. We're just both chill, somewhat a little lazy when we're not working. So I think we just kind of the same person. We're just chilling.
And I think I can't remember who said this during their Zoom interview when you re-signed or extended your time with the Bills, but one of you said that your wives are also close, or your families are close to each other. So, I mean, that's really cool too. Not how often does that happen, but I'm sure with the close knit group that you guys have on this team, I know a lot of the wives hang out outside of, not that they were able to do that this season, but I know a lot of the wives and girlfriends have hung out with each other in the past. So I guess how cool is it that you guys have wives who can be friends with each other and really create a community here in Buffalo? Because it's not like either of you are from Buffalo and have been playing here for like 5 seasons, you know?
Yeah, it was a complete different aspect. When I was in Oakland, there was nothing like the Bills set for the women and the wives. That I think the Bills organization really preaches family, and that leaks into the wives, and they do a good job of getting them together, and then the wives become friends, and it's just honestly like a big family.
Daryl, is that how you're able to feel so comfortable right away? Or one of the reasons? I know you said in your interview that within like a couple weeks of being a part of the Bills that you felt comfortable with the team and with the organization. And that's not how it always was when you were maybe in your first couple seasons with the Panthers.
Yeah, I mean, it was real, it was real chill, still business-like, but yeah, I felt like I could be myself after the first couple of weeks. And then I think my wife actually clicked with Shannon, I feel like earlier in the season before me and Jon even played together. So, having her as one of Amber's close friends on the team is good for us as a family, because it makes her feel more comfortable, knowing that she has a friend.
Yeah, I think that's so cool. I always love seeing stuff on social media from the wives and the girlfriends and the fiancés. It was always fun during training camp. We'll see what training camp looks like this season. But when we were in Rochester, they would come and hang out because fans could come, and it was cool to just see everybody together. And it really is obvious that, the culture here extends beyond just the players. It's into the family members too, who are a part of the team. But did you guys also bond in the fact that, like, Daryl, I know you're a season or 2 seasons now removed from your injury, but were you able to bond over the fact that, I mean, Jon, you weren't a part of the team on the field for the first half of the season because you had that pec injury, but were you guys able to bond in that way? Or Daryl, were you able to just be, lend a helping hand to your teammate who wanted to be on the field, I'm sure, every single week of the season, but couldn't in the beginning?
Like I said, I knew of Jon. Everybody was telling me of Jon, and then he was always around. I talked to him every now and then, like, what's up. But like I said, after that first game, I was, I felt like that's when it started. It started for me. So
yeah, after that we would. The flights became probably where we became close, because we would just sit on the flights and talk mad crap.
mad crap about what?
Everything.
Life. Yep.
Life.
I love it. Jon, how frustrating was that injury for you? I mean, just being someone from like far away, like looking in this season, not really getting to be around you guys, but I was able to be at practices, and we would see you out there sometimes, and it's not like you could be full go in practices, but just from someone who knows how you talk and knows how your teammates talk about you, I felt like that was probably not one of the easiest things to do.
Yeah, I mean, so my first season, I played with the torn rotator cuff the whole season. So then I had to get surgery in January for that, and then I spent the whole off season rehabbing that, and felt like with the extended time off with the COVID and being able to, go through OTAs and all that stuff at home, I feel like I was prepped for my best season, and then to come in and tear my pec. It was just frustrating. It wasn't fun. I wasn't fun to be around.
Yeah. That does not seem fun at all, especially with how everybody described you as like, Jon's the savage. We need him back on the offensive line. He brings a certain type of mentality, and you heard it from more than one player. And then it's like when you came into that first game, it kind of seemed like things clicked with the offensive line that maybe hadn't been clicking consistently. But then you also moved like all over the offensive line this past season too. So it's not like it was consistency in where you were playing. You were doing whatever you were asked to do. But how excited are you guys to just be back and to know that you have, not that there was a straight up starting five this past season because of the shifting and because of Jon, you were out for some time. Mitch missed a couple of games with that concussion. Cody Ford then missed the end of the season with his injury. But what are you looking forward to, at least hoping to have that consistency here in 2021 that you probably thought you would have last season?
I would just say just taking our game to the next level, man. I think we, as an offensive line, we took a lot of crap in the early in the beginning of the season. But now we got, everybody on the same page. We got, who we think our starters are. So, and that helps a lot with the offensive line. So, like I said, just taking our game to the next level and just getting better next year.
I mean, how do you guys take that when you do get crap from the outside about your play and about things, but knowing that it's not like you guys were trying as hard as you could, and it's not like you had everything going for you because there were injuries popping up here and there, and it's not like you were repping your starting five in training camp and it turned out to be that way. So is that something that you guys can just block out and be like, you know what, whatever, they don't understand what's actually going on within here? And
yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, all I really worry about is doing my job. That's the only thing I could really worry about.
Yeah.
Coach likes to preach 1/11th, doing your 1/11th. And as long as I feel like I'm doing that and giving it my hardest and being a good teammate, the outcome will be the outcome. And I'm okay with it. I'll be able to live with it.
Did you both think you would end up back in Buffalo here in 2021? Or was there some doubt that maybe it's not going to work out, whereas many people that have re-signed have been able to re-sign here? I know salary cap this season is an issue with every single team. Bean is doing his wizardry, like you said, Jon, with trying to figure out how they can fit all the players probably back under the cap, knowing that you can't have every single person that was on the team this past season. So were you guys surprised at all, or did you kind of have a feeling like, all right, we knew this was going to happen. We're happy that it happened the way that it did?
Go ahead, Daryl.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised. Like Jon said, Bean did his wizardry or whatever it's called, and
he got it done. So, I'm happy to be back. Happy my boy Jon's back, and I'm happy I'm with the rest of the fam. So,
yeah, I was surprised as well. Free agency can be a wild thing. And you never know what's going to happen. So I'm happy to be back and be there with my guys, and excited to be back in Buffalo.
Do you guys pay attention to free agency at all? I know that there wasn't any like huge moves for the Bills here this year, because obviously there really wasn't going to be with the amount of free agents that we had on this team and the amount of players that Brandon was trying to get back on this team from last year's team. But do you pay attention to any of the crazier moves that happen league wide, or are you kind of at this point in the off season just disconnected from, your everyday league news?
Personally, I mean, I pay attention. It's kind of exciting. When the Raiders were trading Rodney, or were going to release him, I mean, he wouldn't talk to me. He wouldn't answer my calls. So I was excited to see what was going to happen. But it's exciting. Most of these people we're friends with, or we know, and their family, they're like what it's a big step. So it's exciting for me.
Daryl, what about you? Do you pay attention to it, or do you kind of are you in your
same, yeah, pretty much the same as Jon. Like people that I knew, just checking up on them and seeing them, have that life-changing moment is just amazing. So yeah, same as Jon.
Both coming back here and re-signing with the Buffalo Bills and just, saying that you were surprised that both of you are back in Buffalo. I think fans would have to agree with that when we found out that Matt Milano was going to be a part of this team, and then Daryl, and then Jon. I was even surprised too. Like, how is he working this out? How is Brandon Beane doing this? This is amazing. This is like the best thing that could happen to have all of these guys come back. But I think, Jon, I think it was you when you were talking to the media said that, yeah, I probably did take a little bit less than maybe I could get elsewhere. But how does that speak to the organization and the Buffalo Bills that you would take a little bit less to be on this team, knowing that this is the trajectory that this team is on based on the success of last season?
Yeah, I think my agents came up with a good way for me to get some money and for the Bills to have their salary cap not go over. And I just kind of, I thought to myself, I could have went somewhere else, but I don't know if I would have the structure. I feel like everyone here feels like we're very close to winning the Super Bowl. And I mean, that is the ultimate goal. And I feel like I'm just betting on myself again because I haven't played a season healthy yet here. So I'm excited to get healthy and show what I got, because I could, with the way my salary is set up, there can be some things happen.
Knock on wood that happens, because it is about time that there can be a consistent 5 on this offensive line. I came in 2019 with this team, and I feel like we really haven't had that yet. So in season 3 here, it would be amazing. And I think, it looks like we have that now. Of course, in training camp, you're going to rep and go through so many different players at different positions because you want that versatility if injuries do pop up. But that's something that I'm really looking forward to as well. You guys get to block 4, a really awesome quarterback in Josh Allen, who I hear is a hilarious guy, and he lets us in on that sometimes. But do you have any Josh Allen stories that just kind of let you in on how funny of a guy he is? Because Emmanuel Sanders signs with the Bills. He does his media availability. This is like the only insight I get from players these days is over Zoom. And he says, Josh is really goofy. I wasn't really expecting that. And then Jacob Hollister signs with the Bills, who played with Josh in college, and is like, Josh is a baller. He's the most hilarious guy ever. He's been that way since college. It's good to know that he's still that way. So do you have any stories that you'd like to let us in on that are, PG maybe?
Jon, you got to get this.
That's
bro.
the problem.
I don't.
PG.
Yeah.
No, it's like the best way I can describe Josh is if you take like a 9-year-old's energy and you put him in a 6'4", 260 body. That's what you get. That's Josh Allen.
Daryl, you want to add on to that?
Yeah, he's spot on. That's all. I agree with Jon.
You guys have both played with different quarterbacks. Is he just a different type of breed of dude?
Yeah. But it's completely different when I was with DC out in Oakland. DC's a great guy, and I love him. Great Christian man, great family, great guy. Josh is just a wild man.
Daryl, what about you? Is he different than?
To be honest, Cam and him are kind of the same. Like Cam, like every day he had some type of joke for you or some type of something for you that would make you laugh or just be like, man, this dude is getting on my nerves. But he was a good dude, and that's just I would say he's pretty much the same.
Okay, that's interesting. I like that though. To finish us off, I would like you guys, we're going to go around the offensive line and you guys are going to say one word that describes said person. So, do you want to start off with each other?
Fam.
Jon, give me one word to describe Daryl. What did you say?
Fam.
Fam. Okay. You've said that about Daryl a lot during this podcast, so it makes sense. Daryl, how would you describe Jon in one word?
I have a lot of words, but I'm just say
PG words, Daryl. PG.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna. It's only one word, or I can say multiple words.
You can give multiple if you've just got a bunch on your mind right now.
My crazy Puerto Rican brother.
I like it. What does your Twitter name say, Jon? Plump Caramel?
Oh,
Jon Plump Caramel Feliciano.
Yeah, that's what they call me.
That's on IG.
That's what they call me. That's gonna be that'll be my fighter nickname.
Plump Caramel. I love it. How would you describe Cody Ford in one word?
Damn, that's tough.
That boy fit.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
I said fit.
Oh yeah.
What? His knees? He got my grandma knees.
What about Mitch Morse? Give me one word for Mitch.
Proper.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
How about Dion Dawkins?
Ooh, Dion.
Snowman.
Yeah, you gotta go with Snowman.
Snowman. Those are all good words. You guys definitely excelled at that. Before we sign off, give me a couple of reasons why you are so damn excited for this next season, because I wish it was week 1 already. We hit the end of the season and I was like, what's going on? I just want to play again. I missed it so much. I still miss it so much. I'm sure I'm not the only one feeling this way. So why are you so pumped about, what's ahead? Also, knowing that we're hopefully not going to be in COVID during training camp, fingers crossed.
I'm a fan like the rest of y'all. I'm just excited to watch what Josh and Steph and Bees and East Sanders does. It's going to be, and Gabe and I'm just excited to watch what these guys do while we're out there fighting.
What about you, Daryl? Year 2 with the Buffalo Bills. You come in here and just make a statement in your first season. I don't think fans expected you to just be like one of the best players on the offensive line this past year.
Yeah, fam.
Like, there were a lot of articles that said you were the best offensive lineman on this line this past season. So why are you excited to be back?
I'm honestly just excited to play next to Jon, knowing Mitch is the center, knowing, Dion's at left tackle, knowing Ike or Cody, is in the lineup as well. Just being familiar with the guys now. So I'm just excited. I feel like we're going to step it up this year too. So I can't wait too.
I love it. I cannot wait either. I wish it was July, but I know you guys are enjoying your off season, and rightfully so. So keep enjoying that off season. Jon, go jump in the pool, do cannonball, whatever. Daryl, keep chilling.
Go to sleep. Go to bed.
Go take a nap.
I got to run to the grocery store, man.
Appreciate you guys so much and the time for spending with me on this podcast episode. Thanks for joining in on this week's episode of Bills Pod Squad. To everybody who's tuning in, Bills Mafia loves the offensive line, and we do too. So keep your eyes on Bills Pod Squad, because we will be releasing more episodes as we inch closer towards the NFL draft. I can't believe I'm saying that, but we'll talk to you guys later.